check your work. Remember, these sight words you just have to memorize. Okay, guys, we have no sentence today. So once you have this one, you can put your pencil down. Ears are listening, eyes are watching the board. Let's look at these words. All right, let's code these words and see if we can recognize them. All right, this first word. Do you see anything in this word that you know already? All right, we see I consonant E. Now we have vowel, the two consonants in between it, so vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, right? When we have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, where do we divide? Between the two consonants. All right, we're going to put our accent on that first syllable. Let's see if it works. Vowel followed by consonant is short. All right. N. Now we've got G-I. What's that G going to do? J. That's right. Let's put our dot there. N. J. N. Will that work? No, that's not going to work. Engine. Have you ever heard of an engine? No. What could this do? It may make the schwa sound, hadn't it? So let's try that. Engine. What word? Engine. That's right. Now let's try this next word. What do you see that you already know? I consonant E. All right, we see that G-I again. Now we see vowel and a vowel. This time we have one consonant. Where are we going to divide? Now we could divide here, but that would make a long A sound. Fragile. You've heard of fragile? No, so we know it can't be there, so let's divide it here. Okay? We know that's the wrong sound for that A. Okay. We know it's going to need a short sound. Alright. Fragile. Alright. Fragile. Do we normally say something's fragile when it may break? We say it's what? Fragile. That's right. This is making the schwa sound again. So let's change it and try it again. Fragile. Be careful, that glass is fragile. Alright, let's try this one. See what happens with this. What do you already see? E. What is this? It's a soft C. It needs a cedilla. Alright, what else? Vowel, consonant, vowel. That's right. We got a vowel, consonant, vowel. And if we divide here, that O is going to say the long sound. Notice? Yeah, we want it to say the long sound, so we do want to divide there. All right, let's sound it out like this. Notice. Do I give you a notice? That vowel's wrong again. We need to give it a schwa sound, and let's see if it sounds right now. Now let's try. Notice. I can give you a notice that your work is due. Notice. Does that make more sense? Yes. All right. Now, all of these words normally make a long vowel sound because they have a sneaky E, right? But all of these needed a schwa sound. This is because these words have endings that do not follow rules. The letter I in these words actually make a schwa sound. Okay? So sometimes that will happen. They're just rule breakers that do that. Alright, when you see the letters ice, I-C-E, like that. Alright, it'll say us, I-C-E, I-L-E, or I-N-E. Alright guys, they are French endings. And they're going to have a schwa sound to them. Sometimes the letters I-N-E will say "-ine", like machine or magazine. Alright, sometimes I-C-E will say east, like in police. So they just make all kinds of funny sounds. It's a French sound. Alright, so if you come across a word that ends with these letters and none of the sounds make sense when you sound it out, try the schwa sound and see if it makes sense with that word. Okay, so it's called a French ending, and those are rule breakers. Sometimes we'll come across words that have them. Alright, we're going to practice spelling a few words that have those French endings. We're going to practice on number 7. Alright, it's going to have that I that makes the schwa sound. Number 7, hostile. Hostile. The man was being hostile. Tell me the sounds you hear. Get ready. Ah, s, t, o, hostile. All right, you get that schwa sound that is an I. Hostile. Okay, let's spell it. H-O-S-T-I-L-E, hostile. The sound you're hearing is the I. Hostile. That's that schwa sound. Number 8, service. Service. I got great service at Chick-fil-A. Service. Tell me the sound you hear in service. Get ready. S, v, s. Service. Remember what's the schwa sound, and what you learn makes the s sound in those French endings. Service. Service. S-E-R-V-I-C-E. All right, the is the schwa sound, and the s was C-E. Service. Number 9. Spell the word famine. Famine. A famine is when there is no food to eat and people are hungry. Famine. Tell me the sounds you hear in famine. Get ready. F, a, n, un. Famine. Remember, it's that schwa sound of the I. Famine. Okay, guys, let's spell famine. F-A-M-I-N-E. Famine. I-N-E. All right, at the bottom, read the sight words and spell them out loud to someone as practice. All right, turn to your practice page. Let's practice coding. All right, number 1. All right, we have I-L-E. We know that I is a what sound now? Schwa. So go ahead and put your schwa sound there. Cross out your sneaky E. You have 2 vowels with 2 consonants. Where will we divide? Between the 2 consonants. So divide between the S and the T. Accent is on your first syllable. Alright, vowel followed by a consonant is short, so put a breve on your O. Now we can sound out that word. Hostile. What word? Hostile. Number 2. Now we need a K back here. What do we need on this one? A sedilia. because we have I consonant E. We have I consonant E. We know this is, that's right, schwa. That's a French ending, I-C-E. Now we have vowel and a vowel with one consonant in the middle. All right, we've got to decide where to divide. If we divide here, it's going to say crevice. Crevice. Have you ever heard of a crevice? No. So it needs to be a short sound. So divide after your consonant. Divide after the V. Accent on the first syllable. Vowel followed by consonant is short. That's why we divided there, to keep it short. Now, crevice. Crevice is like a small crease-like spot. Crevice. Alright, number 3. What do we need to do? Alright, we've got a French ending. So we've got I-N-E, so schwa sound, cross out your E. We have E-R here. We've got a vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. All right, divide after your first vowel. And here we're going to divide between the two consonants, so between your R and your M. Accents on the first syllable. All right, so the first one is open, so it's long. Now let's sound it out. Determine. What word? Determine. Number 4. I-N-E. So you need a schwa sound on that I. It's the French ending. We have vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. Alright, so here we want to divide after the consonant. And here we want to do it after the vowel. So vowel followed by consonant is short. All right, this O is in here all by itself. So that O is going to have what kind of sound? Long. All right. Good. Ass, gas, gasoline. consonant E or I-L-E, French ending. Schwa sound. You change it so it'll stand out. We got so many markings on here, guys, we can't hardly see what we got. Vowel, consonant, vowel. All right, divide after your vowel. It's a long vowel sound. Mobile, mobile. And number 6, I-C-E, French ending. So we put a schwa sound. Vowel, consonant, vowel. Alright. If we divide here, it would be you, pumice. Alright, another word we know, right? So let's divide here. Us, hummus. Alright. Now on the back side today, I know this coding is getting very difficult. If you can't code the word, it's okay, but I want you to sound the words out and figure out the words. That's the most important thing, is that you can decode them, okay? So make sure you can read the words. That's more important than the coding. All right. Let's read. Put your finger down here and let's read. Gas stations or service stations are important to anyone who drives an automobile or car. When a car owner needs gasoline or oil or has engine problems, it becomes routine to head for a gas station. There, a mechanic can add gas, change the oil, or examine the engine and repair the problem. Number 7, name one thing that can be done at a gas station. All right, so it tells us to name one thing. All right, so you can add gas, change the oil, examine the engine, repair a problem. All right, so you just pick one. I'm going to put add gas. You pick one. Any one. Number 8, gas stations are also called what? Your choices are cleaners, service stations, or customers. All right, what's that key word we said helps to understand when they use it in the sentence? Or. So it says gas stations or service stations. So another word for it is service stations. Number 9, gas stations are important to anyone who drives a car. True or false? Find it. Okay, I'm going to find it in the same sentence that I found the answer to the last one. Gas stations or service stations are important to anyone who drives an automobile or car. That is true. Right on the back, you have a section for you to code. You can try to code it. If you're having trouble with the coding, just do the best you can. The most important thing is that you can read those words to a study buddy at home. It's more important that you can decode and read the words than you can code them, okay? Make sure you can read them. That's the important part. The coding just helps you get to the decoding. If you can't decode, we got a problem. If you can't code it, that's okay. All right? Now, practice reading the passage and answering the questions at the bottom. That is important as well, that you can do that part. If you want to take a picture and send it in for me to check, that's fine. All right? Everyone needs to be reading their book, Mr. Fudd's Unlikely Morning. It's going to go over that practice with decoding and reading fluently. It's also going to go over reading words with prefixes on it. So you need to be reading this book every day. If you can't read it by yourself, use the video where Miss Fires helps you read it, okay? And make sure you are practicing Saxon Spelling List 25 because your test will be when? Friday. All right, work hard.